Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Red Hawk Talk. Today we got a good episode today with... Oh, hold on, one sec. Sorry, what about March Madness? Okay, hold on. It would appear that... I gotta get this out of my... It would appear that we have found footage of Red Hawk Talk's March Madness video from over a month ago. We'll send you guys to that segment now.
I'm Hank Adams. And I'm Mason Cresswell. And this is the Pro Sports Analysis. And this is also our formal apology for all of you watching because of our picks. We're sorry if you copied any of our picks, especially from the round or the Sweet 16 and on. It was just not a good look for us, but we do still have our jobs, so let's do those jobs. Hank?
So things that did go good. We did have the upset for VCU and North Carolina. You know, it was really brought our spirits up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially on that first day of March Madness. You know, it helped kind of bring our moods up from that Wisconsin game against High Point.
Can we take a pause and talk about that Wisconsin game? Jonathan Blackwell, what are we doing? I can't do this anymore. This is the second time in the NCAA tournament where we cannot get past the Elite Eight.
It's okay. Sorry. It's all right, man. Hopefully it'll be better next year. Yeah, but we were consistent in the round of 64. Little worried watching that Duke game against Siena. Duke trailing majority of the game, a large percentage of the game they were trailing, but they did manage to get 71 points, which was obviously more than Siena, and they moved on to the next round. But their run wasn't really all that special, exiting in the Elite Eight. Mm-hmm. We did have them going farther, but classic Duke getting eliminated early.
Mm-hmm. Another team that we really didn't give them credit was UConn, which ended up making the final and losing abruptly to Michigan, which I didn't really think that UConn team was that powerful. Beating Duke, beating Michigan State, beating UCLA, which we had going pretty far, and it was just not good at all. I mean...
Yeah, I'm talking about another team that was kind of a powerhouse, Iowa. Starting off strong in the round of 64, scoring over 100 points in that first game, and then going on the next game to beat Florida out of all the teams, the reigning champs from last year. Just really unforeseen by us here and probably everyone else around the world.
We also had Vanderbilt. They were so good. They beat Florida. They beat Florida blowout, and they can't do it. They can't do it to get Nebraska. They only lost by 2 points, but those picks were just not good for us. I mean, we couldn't really do anything about it. I mean,
yeah,
it's just like all these games that we lost are just like by 1 point, and it could have gone either way, and we just didn't know till the clock was up. So,
right, yeah.
Houston, oh my gosh, I love you guys, but really losing to Illinois? I mean, we're the 2nd seed. We lost the 3 seed. You guys were supposed to go to the Final Four. I can't believe it. Michigan and Arizona, I'm just appalled. Any comments, Mason?
Honestly, no. I'm at a loss of words. I have been ever since Florida was eliminated. Once that game happened, I just knew our jobs were at stake.
I'm glad we still have them.
I'm glad we do too. Akron game, we picked them to upset Texas. It did not happen. We were feeling really optimistic about Akron because obviously the player got hurt on Texas, so we thought that'd be a good benefit for Akron. It wasn't. It turned out not to be. So, yeah.
Well, All I like to say is we still have our jobs.
Oh, I'm getting a call in a second. Hello?
Are you guys on air right now?
Oh, yeah, we're on air. All right, what's up?
The
The
producer.
producers let us on air, yeah.
What?
You're not supposed to be on air. You're done. You did so poorly. You're done.
No, you can't. You can't do this to us.
We're fired?
Yeah, you're fired. Look at your bracket.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad. Our bracket's not that bad.
I have 3 kids to feed.
I don't care if I had a new job.
No.
No,
Please,
you
no.
can't do this to us.
Please.
What are we gonna do?
I have no clue.
I love you. We'll get through this. Well, there goes our jobs. This is former pro sports analyst Hank Adams
And Mason Cresswell.
signing off for the last time.
Get off the
No,
set.
no,
Get off the set.
no,
You're done.
no, no.
Oh.
Well, we're sorry for that interruption, everybody, but now we'll get on to the actual segments for today. And it seems that we've got ourselves a burger review starring some of our own MHS seniors. Let's set it right into it. Hello and welcome to the burger review. Wait, burger? Does it go with cheese and fries? I'll stop. Welcome to the burger review. We got ourselves 5 different burgers here from different places across Janesville, and we're going to be ranking them by a multitude of different things. But
We also have our guest here, Drew Kirshner.
Hola.
all right then, let's get started. I believe we're going to start right now with our first choice, which is McDonald's.
Let's get it going.
So just by size alone, McDonald's,
It's all right.
price wasn't too
Yeah.
bad. Not bad.
So there's good toast. Like it's
good brown on the
pickles
bottom.
looks fine. It's
The
a little messy.
onions on the pattern definitely are happening.
All right, let's go for it.
Just take a test.
Not bad. I feel like they could have added more meat.
Look at the size on the.
The size?
It looks like about the same thickness as the cheese.
But
Very close.
Only so much you can do.
It's your average cheeseburger.
A good starting point. That's not half bad.
we're gonna count McDonald's as the baseline due to
It's
being the
McDonald's.
most popular.
It's McDonald's. All right, Culver's is next. So Culver's came out to around $4.84, which very much so an increase in price, but as they say, welcome to delicious, should also be a quality increase. And immediately we can see that there is in fact a size difference.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Let's get a cross section here. They put cheese on my cheeseburger.
The burger, it seems good. The meat is honestly the same size. It looks a little smaller than McDonald's, to be honest.
I don't know,
Here, wait.
but the beef, it doesn't look half bad.
It does look good.
The
It
beef
does
does
look
look pretty good.
It looks like they thin out on the cheese in the middle.
For taste test?
Cheers.
All right.
I could taste more of the pickle.
Immediately, the pickle's a lot better.
The cheese, higher quality.
The cheese, it looks more melted. It looks.
I'm tasting.
It does.
I'm tasting.
Look at
I don't-
mine. Look at my cheese. That's clearly more melted.
I know.
That's clearly more melted.
I don't know about you guys, but definitely I tasted a lot more char to the burger, which I prefer.
I sure did.
I prefer much more char to it. All right, we'll set this off to the side for later. But Burger King is next.
Burger King.
Now,
So?
this is the personal favorite of Mr. Kirshner here, so we'll
Yeah.
see how it holds up because he's been really talking a lot of game about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm more of a Whopper fan.
Ooh,
Now the Whopper is quite a bit more expensive, so we just got a plain cheeseburger.
just like all the
As
rest.
This
you can
one?
see, a lot smaller than the other
That's
one.
smaller. It does have sesame seeds.
Yeah.
I was just about to say
It
that
does
is
make
a new difference that we haven't noticed yet. Is
Get a quick cross section.
butter knife for our safety. So cross section, not that bad actually. The burger is decently thick. It's not, oh my, not that bad. But immediately first thing that I'm noticing, a lot more pickle.
Yes,
good.
it feels fluffy.
Then that's another thing that I haven't noticed too much about. Culver's definitely had more than
Ooh,
McDonald's.
Look at the bottom bun though.
Ooh,
That's a little greasy.
That's sure a little greasy, but I mean,
Let's get a quick.
cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go.
I will say, the mustard ketchup, it's a lot better than the other places.
Oh, that mustard! Immediately, I just got a hit of that.
I
Oh.
think the actual burger part, the meat, is a lot better.
It is compared
It feels-
to.
I still prefer Culver's.
Really?
There's a
Really?
lot more char in that Culver. I might have just gotten a lucky piece though.
I don't know.
The thickness is
The
definitely
thickness
good.
is there.
The
Thickness is there.
I will say though, I feel like Culver's cheese was a lot better. It does remind me of a burger you eat in a backyard cookout.
You know
Yes,
what? Yeah,
like a
especially the
backyard
bun.
barbecue.
The bun is giving backyard
Yes.
barbecue.
I would give that a solid rating.
Of course, you have to wait to the end of the segment to see that though.
I say we save quick trip for last.
Yes.
All right, I'm okay with that.
The Midwest Classic. Next, we got Wendy's. Now,
Oh,
As
Well-
we can see here, very thick in the wrapper already.
We were a bit skeptical because Wendy's was what?
$6.
it was $6.50 for just the burger, which
Now that we're looking at it, this one actually has a good amount of lettuce. I don't even know if the other ones had lettuce.
None of them had lettuce.
this one has a good bun, good.
I will say
What?
at the bottom, that's good. That's the thickness.
Mhm.
Oh my
It
gosh,
looks
look
like
at
something
the patty too.
off of a chicken
The
sandwich.
patty is way big. Oh,
Is that tom-
there's tomatoes,
It's a-
onions.
This is a tomato nader.
Mayo.
I got the tomato nader.
We can't judge a book by its cover.
We
It
have
looks
got it.
more
Well,
appealing.
You say don't judge a book by its cover, but we are about to do a cross section.
So, as I saw right away, a lot of mayo.
That is going to change opinions on it. Now, I have to say I am biased. Tomatoes aren't usually my favorite, but
I agree.
I'm open to differences. We'll have to see. Oh, I appear to have gotten a larger chunk, but
Cheers. Immediately, taste the tomato.
Ow.
Lettuce.
Ooh, too much mayo for me.
There is a lot of mayo. The bun does look good. Tastes really good.
I hate
It's
to
very
say it,
messy.
I'm not getting much out of this.
I'm not either. I taste the mayo and the tomato.
I'm not either.
I apologize, Wendy's, but there is not much flavor to your burger.
Mm-mm.
That is unfortunate.
Too much mayo, a lot of tomato as well.
Plus, their onions are iffy in comparison to other ones.
Yeah.
Sure, they had the most quantity, but it means you gotta have quality too.
This might be a weird take. I feel like I taste the bun more than everything else.
No, I'm with you on that. I do taste the bun more.
I taste a lot of the bun, but it's mostly that mayo, man. It
Mayo's-
just kills it.
All right. And for the final choice, we have the cheeseburger from Quick Trip. Now, as you all know, it's the Midwest Classic, so we got to see what it looks like, and
There's a lot of bun.
It's a lot of bread.
a lot of oh my gosh, you can't even. There's one corner where you can see the patty. That's wild.
You can see some of the cheese.
It. Ooh.
Ooh, that's
Not
Ooh.
off to a great start.
Nah,
But it's a Quick
Yeah.
Trip burger.
Yes,
Taste.
it's a gas station.
this is something you get on the go, road trip.
This is the wild card.
It is. All right.
You know what?
It honestly
is
is
glued
more like
together.
a grilled cheese.
Supposed to
Burger
say,
isn't
that's like
looking
a
that
grilled
bad,
cheese.
though.
There is a lot of meat. We will
Mhm.
say.
All right. Grab a chunk, everybody.
Now, before we start, the bread it seemed to crumble. you
It
know?
does.
Actually,
Mine's
it seems
crumbling right
old.
here. Is
Excuse
the
me. That
brand.
could also just be a newer.
True.
It could be different.
True.
All right.
Just looking at it.
Bon appetit.
Let's go.
Classic.
That is just a classic cheeseburger. Cheeseburger you'd get road trip. You're hungry, on the way to school,
Something
work.
cheap,
That is crazy. I'm actually tasting
more bread.
not even the bread. I'm tasting more flavors in the meat than any of the others, and I don't know why.
I think they put more seasoning on there.
That might do it, actually. That is good. But again, like we said, this is the sort of thing you get on a road trip. Perfect. All right. Well, I think now we have to come to our conclusions.
All right. So
Let's start with McDonald's.
I'm going to give it a 7.
I'm going to have to give it a 6.
A 6?
A
Okay.
A
A
6.
little bit lower, but
A little lower.
What's the reason for that?
My reason for it, it's just your average cheeseburger. It's
I see.
It's nothing too special. They don't do anything unique. It's just the all-American classic cheeseburger. Nothing too special.
they've been doing it since, what, the 40s?
Something like that.
Yeah, long time.
So I honestly would give it an 8. It was good. There was 2 pickles on it though. That was the downside. I think if they had a little bit more meat, more pickle, I would give it a 9 or 10.
But-
Just for that price.
But again,
Yeah.
you're counting all these toppings, but we saw what.
That is
Saw
true,
too
that
much
is true.
toppings, and we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
Culver's next.
Culver's next.
Culver's next.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to give that probably a solid like 8.5.
8.5.
Just because I might have again. It's always luck of the draw with these sorts of things. I think I got the luckiest bite out of that because I took one bite and you could taste the char of the grill out of that. That was I think the burger itself did it for me. The meat.
So I'm going to say it was good. It was better than McDonald's for sure. The price, little high. So I'm going to have to give it at most a 7.5.
That's fair.
It still tastes good. Wish it could be a little better. Maybe a little more seasoning on the patty, but other than that, it's still pretty good.
Now, I would honestly give it a 6.5.
6.5.
And the reason for that, I feel like for the price, being almost double the price of McDonald's,
Mhm.
we could have had a little bit more meat.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a very reasonable statement to make.
It was a good burger though. But
Yeah,
the
sure.
difference of that and McDonald's, I don't know.
Mhm.
I could get 2 of the McDonald's burgers
Compared
You're actually
to
right.
the one.
And that might actually fill you up more.
or a Big Mac.
True. All right. Let's start next with, what was it? Burger King. Yes.
Burger King.
Burger King
Honestly, I did like Burger King.
was-
Burger
Mhm.
King was
The,
good.
the bun, it was good. It was sesame, right?
Yeah, it had a sesame bun.
That was the new thing that we didn't have from any of the previous
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, that's correct.
And it honestly felt like a backyard cookout. The
Mhm.
taste.
It felt familiar.
I think personally, I'm gonna say what you were doing for the last one, about a 7.5. Definitely good, or maybe even an 8. I'll give it an 8. That was a good burger. That is, you said cookout burger. That's something. And people usually crap on Burger King, which undeserved. They've got some really good things. Sometimes it's hit or miss, but isn't everybody. So personally, I'd give it an 8.
I'll have to give it a 9 for the sole fact that the cheese could have been a little better quality.
I do agree. The cheese was not there.
Mm.
So honestly, I would give Burger King an 8. I feel like that sesame seeds that gave it some points. The flavor of it was just really good, to be honest with you, compared to everything else we've had.
I'm with you.
And I feel like everything was a good serving size of everything. Nothing too little.
Just that perfect amount to fill
Yeah.
you.
I get you.
We
Next,
had Wendy's. next.
Wendy's.
Wendy's, which
Ooh.
unfortunately, I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. That was.
I would give it a 4, to be honest with you.
I was supposed to say, I'll give it a 4.
Because we had to factor in the price. That was
It
$6.50.
It was $6.
$6.50 for a sing. Yes, it had the works. Unfortunately, their works kind of sucked. I'm
was too
sorry,
much.
but
Last but not least, we have Quick Trip.
Now, Quick Trip was the underdog.
Before we rate it, though, we have to realize you can walk in
Grab it, get out.
under a minute. You could walk out with a cheeseburger.
I'm gonna give it 7.5. maybe.
7.5?
7.5. I
7.5.
think it is highly above average compared to some of the other competition, which is surprising because we didn't even like it. That is Quick Trip Burger at its bare.
I was a little disappointed at the presentation of the burger, but it's mostly the taste. Because once you eat it, it's
I think, and you were saying earlier about the crumbliness of the bun.
It was
I
honestly
think
fine.
that helps.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a good flaky outer layer of a burger.
and honestly, the meat's not dry.
No.
I thought it was. I would give it an 8, just because you can walk in and walk out with a burger under a minute,
Ease of purchase.
Yes.
I get you.
and it's cheap. And plus, when you're at Quick Trip, you get gas and you're hungry. You don't want to drive to Wendy's, Culver's. It's right there.
And that is why Quick Trip is the Midwest Classic. But
Yes, sir. Well,
All right.
thank you very much for coming on to our segment, and we'll see you next time.
there's no next time.
Don't tell him.
Can we keep that part?
Well, it seems that despite saying you rule, Burger King was the agreed upon winner. And also, it is just crazy, $6.50 for a Wendy's burger. Not even like a Baconator or anything. Just a basic cheeseburger. That's ridiculous. But that's all we got time for. So in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good.
We interrupt this program to bring you.
We have another recording. What? We put another segment. What do you mean to do about it? We gotta show it.
Oh, okay. So, despite the fact that it is now a month old or a couple weeks old, whatever it is, here's a spring sports preview.
Brooklyn Wagner, how has the season been going so far?
It's been going pretty good. We've had one game that's home and one away.
Okay, what's your record so far?
One loss, one win.
How was your season last year?
It was all right. We were 9 for seeding. We made it to the regional finals, then lost. So I don't know, it was all right.
Do you think you'll have a better season this year?
We lost some good seniors, so that doesn't help. But hopefully, some people can step up this season.
Okay. Who are the captains on the team?
I'm a captain. Kieran Van Roo, a senior, and Natalie Kirsten, a junior.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Have you been playing well this season so far?
I think so. Started both games. Had some good playing time. I think it's been all right. Yeah.
What position do you play?
Usually attacking mid or on the wing.
Okay. Are there any words you would like to leave with?
Come to games. We need support.
Attendance. That's always good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go out and see the games. Aaliyah and Emily, you guys are both on varsity.
Yeah.
What positions do you guys play?
I'm playing defensive mid right now. I'm playing wing right now.
Are you left-footed or right-footed?
Left.
So you and Brooklyn play in the same position?
Sort of. He kind of throws us anywhere to the left.
All right, how's the season been going so far?
We had a good win against Jefferson, 9-1, mercied them in the last 3 seconds. And then
Rocky for Wanakee.
Rocky for Wanakee.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys will have a better season this year?
I think if we put our full potential to it, yeah.
Yeah, if we work hard and work together, we should.
Do you guys, would you like to promote people to come to more home games for you guys?
Yeah.
Check the Instagram.
Yes. Oh, follow our Instagram.
Littleton Girls Soccer.
I'm here with Olivia Reichelt. She's a forward on the girls' soccer team. Olivia, how's the season been going so far?
We started off pretty good with a blowout versus Jefferson, and then did not go so well versus Wanakee.
Do you think this season will be better than last season?
I think we have the potential as long as we use what we have and adjust to things that aren't going well.
Is there anything you'd like to say to people to get them out to games?
We love the support, and it really does truly help us. So come out.
I'm Noah Udy, and I'm here with Hank Adams, and we're looking forward to the Milton men's varsity tennis season. All right, Hank, as the seniors left, including Reed, how are you looking forward to taking up a bigger role in like filling the void that was left with all the seniors leaving as of last season going into this season?
You know, it's been really hard with Reed, state qualifier, and then we also had Adu, who was #1 seed in conference. It was just really hard. So I played doubles last year, and I've had a transitional to singles, and we've also had a few doubles guys switch to singles, and that's going to hopefully fill the void. And yeah.
Looking forward to being a singles competitor rather than doubles from last season?
Yeah, singles, you know, like it's just me. You know, I can't really blame anybody else for like my mistakes and stuff like that. And doubles, you know, yeah.
Yeah. How do you think that projected as the current roster is going to go? You have confidence in this team and yourself?
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence in the team. I know we get along very well, and I know they can perform at high levels. Just losing seniors, it's just been really hard.
Yeah. Looking forward to perform well on this Milton tennis team this season. And yeah, a lot to look forward to with varsity star Hank Adams.
Thank you.
My name is Lincoln Elliott, and today I'm interviewing coaches on spring sports. I'm here with Coach Dye.
Hello.
Coach, what is your overarching training philosophy in improving students for meets?
Sure. So I think my overarching training philosophy would be, building a base for student athletes, making sure when the season starts, they're ready to go. Along with that, building that endurance, that technique, as well as recovery is super important as well to prepare for meets.
Wonderful. And do you prioritize long distance, precision, or speed-based training?
Sure. So I think in the beginning of the season, it's more the endurance, even for sprinters, you're still building that base. You're trying to get in top shape, and then eventually moving more towards focusing on the speed aspect as you get maybe more halfway through the season. So it's a little bit of both, I'd say.
Wonderful.
Balance. Yes.
How do you differ workouts for a freshman versus upperclassmen?
So, maybe a little less reps for them. So let's say we're doing a track workout, they might run a couple less 200s. We try really hard to have winter training to have students ready, even freshmen ready, but upperclassmen obviously have been around, have, had multiple seasons under their belt. So they're a little more prepared for workouts. So I think just the volume of the workouts might be a little less for freshmen, but not a whole lot different.
Okay. And how can these exercises work with muscle maturity?
Whoa, muscle maturity. I think the more you do something, the more muscle maturity you'll have. So again, with freshmen coming into it, like recommending weightlifting, being consistent throughout the year, like track is a spring sport, but, doing things in the off season, whether it's other sports and just, growing, progressing, helps with your muscle maturity.
Of course. And how are you able to keep underclassmen motivated to train?
I think the upperclassmen are super helpful with that. I think seeing them and their success and them trying, giving 100%, doing off-season training, lifting, I think is a huge motivator. When we have state qualifiers or, athletes breaking school records, I think that really motivates underclassmen like, hey, I want to accomplish that too. So it kind of keeps them going. And, I think, our culture on the track team, I'm hoping, keeps kids wanting to be involved and work hard and be successful.
All right. And can you explain why it's important to train underclassmen?
Again, just, to build that base, they'll get stronger as you mature. So coming in as a freshman, obviously their track season, talking about track, is 4 weeks, so coming into a high school track season is a little more intense. So it's super important to, ease freshmen into it as well. But then you want the same kind of, I don't want to say rigor, but
Motivation?
you want them to be doing the same workouts and building up to what upperclassmen are doing. So I'm just keeping them motivated, excited, getting upperclassmen involved is super helpful for underclassmen. And, they have 4 years ahead of them. So just talking about that, like, you will have growth, just keep at it.
Good. All right. My name is Lincoln Elliott, and this has been Mrs.
I'm
Dye
here
with
with
the one, the only, Coach McCarty, who helps us with track. Now, sir, what's your overarching training philosophy?
My overarching training philosophy is to get the athletes better every single day, to try to improve and focus on those little details that will allow them to do that.
Of course, of course. And do you prioritize long distance, speed, or precision-based training?
I'm a sprints coach, so we're all about speed.
Wonderful. How do you differ workouts for freshmen versus an upperclassman?
They'll primarily be doing the same workouts. However, those varsity athletes, those top level athletes might be able to do just a little bit more than some of those younger guys.
All right. And how are you able to keep the underclassmen motivated?
Because I hope they have goals, right? They want to achieve something. Most of the time as a freshman, you're not going to be as good as you can be. So you're going to have to actively try to improve.
All right. And last but certainly not least by any means, can you explain why it's important to train the underclassmen?
Because everybody's growing and maturing. Just because you're out for a sport does not mean that that's the best that you can be. You have to get stronger in order to get fast, and that's where that philosophy comes from.
Of course. My name is Lincoln Elliott. This has been Coach McCarty, and this is Red Hawk Media.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.